We're rolling.
Hello, wolfies. Welcome to, I couldn't think of another word, but
You made me want to howl.
yeah. You can if you want. I mean, when in Rome. But
No.
we're going to throw you guys off a little bit today. Yeah, there you go.
I threw you off.
Get
I
'em-
totally did it.
Get them in the mood for this movie because this is not a horror film. I mean, I kind of consider it horror-esque, but just because it was inspired by, werewolf movies. But this is a werewolf movie, so I kind of consider it, a horror film. But even though it is considered a comedy, it's got Michael J. Fox in it. It's not a horror film, guys. But Scream Factory did release it in, I think, 2017.
Okay.
So,
Pardon. That was huge.
I will just say that this is horror-esque. And it's a movie from 1985, and it's called Teen Wolf.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, and I have it on the setup menu right now, so for all you guys who have your Blu-rays out there, your Scream Factory Blu-rays, we're going to go ahead and hit the play button in 3, 2, 1, now.
Did you see this when it came out?
I saw this when I was a little fucking kid, dude. And the reason why I say that
I
this
guess you
is...
said 85.
Excuse me?
You said 85, so we would be really young.
Yeah. Now, I didn't see it when I was 3, because
Yeah.
I would have been 3 when it came out. But I probably saw this around the same time as Back to the Future, which would have been released the same year. But, the whole thing about... I mean, clearly this is not a horror film. You wouldn't find this in the horror section of the video store. But I will say that this fucking shit right here scared the dick out of me when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah, I mean, the opening credit sequence, dude.
Okay,
Just,
I'm watching.
You got to listen. You just got to listen to it. But we also, it's kind of sucks because we have to keep talking because it's commentary.
Well, what am I supposed to be hearing then?
Do you hear that?
I hear it. It's going...
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. It's like a fucking heartbeat. But,
Right.
which I would attribute to the guy who did the music, Miles Goodman, as we're seeing him on the credits here. This Miles Goodman dude, I wanted to bring up that because I didn't know how many fucking soundtracks he actually did around this time, like in the 80s up to the early 90s. He did the music for What About Bob?
Huh.
He did the music for Problem Child. But and so if you've seen any kind of like cool movie from the 80s to the 90s, Miles Goodman normally did the music for it. So I thought that was pretty neat. Rest in peace, though. He died from a heart attack.
Not to mention the heart.
Yeah.
Or
Not
whatever
to
this
bum
is.
you out or anything. But yeah, so here we go with Michael J. Fox.
When was the last time you watched this?
Honestly, I don't know if I even have watched this Blu-ray. So
It's been a while for me.
I would say at least 10 years, maybe.
Oh, not that long for me. Well, no, maybe.
I mean,
I'm a horrible teller of time.
yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you, dude. But
Holy crap, how old's that high school kid?
dude, these motherfuckers are like 35.
Yeah,
And it's actually true. I think most of these b-ball players were like 26, 27. I think they're all like kind of...
Clearly.
Yeah, because I think even like Michael J. Fox was like 23.
Well, he's kind of immature looking.
Yeah.
For his age, so he could probably get it, but the dude that has like a Homer Simpson beard already, or,
Yeah. Yeah. But that's how you did it back in the 80s, man. Like, back in the 80s, grown men were playing fucking teenagers.
That's still like that. In the early 20s.
Think so?
Yeah.
And see, around this time, Michael J. Fox was, he was on, Family Ties. And this was like, I guess right around the time where he was really fucking famous.
Styles.
Oh, look, there's Troy Evans. You recognize this dude?
That guy?
Yeah.
Kind of. His voice, most definitely.
Yeah, Roger Podacter from Ace Ventura.
You Totally, I was not expecting that one.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of shit.
Who's the blonde?
The blonde is. Are you talking about
Both. Actor, character.
Well, Pamela, right? The hot chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an actress by the name of Lori Griffin.
Dude was the
which we'll get to her in a little bit. I'm watching some of this male action right now though.
Is that Jesse Eisenhart or whatever his name is? Right there?
Jesse Eisenberg.
You see him? Like it totally looked like it. It was his dad.
Oh yeah, the coach.
The kid next to the coach.
Oh,
you missed it, dude.
I think I know who you're talking about though. He kind of got like a little bit of a fro. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the supposedly the director was talking about this, saying that like there was an hour of footage of like some of the worst basketball playing he had ever seen.
Gross.
So it's like when you, oh yeah,
You saw him there, did you?
That is Jesse Eisenberg. It was totally fucking him.
What, shooting this whole sequence?
Well,
or this
I guess
shot?
All the sequences really. He said that there was like an hour of footage that he had compiled, and it was just, you know, obviously stuff they didn't use, but he said it was some of the worst fucking basketball footage ever. So, you know, you can't tell when you watch the movie as much because the fucking the game at the end is so epic, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just saw him again, and no, he's
dude. Look at Mark Holton back there. Fucking guy from horror fans will know him from
55
Leprechaun. Yeah, he was in Leprechaun. He was also in
Leprechaun?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He played a dude named. He was the fat guy from Leprechaun. That's really about all I know.
I don't remember one.
Yeah,
That's sad.
I can't remember his name, but he was one of the painters from Leprechaun.
Oh, okay.
He ate the gold coin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he also. I'd have to say probably his most famous role was fucking Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He stole Pee-wee's bike.
Okay. Yeah.
And he had that goddamn that swimming pool that was like an Olympic-sized swimming pool in his house.
Were we on shrooms when we watched that?
We were on shrooms, yeah.
Oh, that was Large Marge was in charge.
It was very intense, yeah. Well, it was like the only black guy in this movie. I like how his name is Lemonade.
What? Really? Huh. Styles
is fucking awesome. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to be like Styles because he had all those cool shirts.
He reminds me of the the guy in Fast Times.
Spicoli.
No, the one that knocks her up.
Oh yeah, Damone.
Yes,
Damone.
Damone.
Yeah, Mike Damone. Yeah,
that's who he reminds me of.
Yeah,
it might be just the swag of his hair.
He's kind of got the same swagger.
Yeah. I can't believe they took this. MTV took this and turned it into some like teenage bullshit.
Have you watched it? I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I watched too much of it. I can't believe they did it.
I thought the idea was interesting that they were, you know, I guess bringing it back, but I really had no interest in seeing that shit.
It was something completely different.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird that we're watching this movie because it's not horror, but it's so like, it's crazy how it could have easily become a horror film. You know, it's like the concept could easily become a horror film, and it really, if you think about it, most werewolf movies are kind of like this. You know, you're dealing with some teenager or some guy who doesn't like dealing with this curse, but has to, you know, he has to live life that way. Like, I don't even know what the fuck.
So he's going to start playing basketball for his high school as a wolf?
Yeah.
That's not horror.
Yeah, it's not horror. But that, you know, that's completely when it goes off the rails. like this movie goes into really cheesy territory when he starts.
Hold on. I need to drink more so it turns into a horror movie for me. Because
it has its scary moments, though. It does have its scary moments. Like, I will say that the scene when he goes into the liquor store, and I mean, we're not there yet, but the part where he's like Give me a keg of beer. That shit kind of, scared me a little bit when I was a kid. I'm not saying it scares me now, but
I can't really remember how old I was whenever I saw this. It's just always been there, I guess.
Did you see this or Back to the Future first?
I have no fucking clue on that.
I'll be honest. I really think that I saw this before Back to the Future.
See,
This may have been my first Michael J. Fox movie.
Well, when I started thinking about it earlier, when I asked you about it, and you said 85, and it dawned on me with me being 81, I was like, well, I clearly didn't see it in 85.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe I saw it like my parents rented it or had it at home or something. Or no, they didn't.
This was a really popular movie. I mean, it did well. From what I remember, I remember going to the video store when I was a kid, and this would always be checked out. It was really popular. I mean, probably because of Michael J. Fox here.
Yeah, I mean, he was king.
He was. At that time, he was on top of the world, man, coming off Family Ties and Back to the Future. But he apparently hated this movie.
Why?
I don't know. I heard that he just fucking criticized it. He said something like, Steven Spielberg's down the street fucking making awesome movies and I'm playing a fucking werewolf. I think he was probably just at the crossroads in his career, wanting to do something big. And, because around this time he replaced Eric Stoltz in Back to the Future. If you remember that. I think most people kind of know that by now because of all the footage that surfaced on the internet of Eric Stoltz playing Marty McFly. Mm-hmm. I think most people know that he replaced Stoltz, but I can't picture Back to the Future without fucking Michael J. Fox.
See, this movie's just always been with me, so I don't, it's just been part of my life. It's not one that I can say, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. It's just been there.
Yeah. I just remember all the creepy moments, because I remember watching...
Is this what you're calling a creepy moment? Because he doesn't know what's going on with him?
Yeah.
He's hitting puberty and he doesn't realize it?
Yeah. I mean, that was scary to, boys our age, You remember, when you got your first pube?
No. It's just always been hidden in a big old bush.
Yeah. That dude, recognize that actor? James Hampton?
Yeah, he's a classic.
He just died recently too.
Oh,
he
sad.
died literally a month ago. So sad too.
And dude's calling him with a dog whistle.
Yeah, remember that fucking kid from that kid was the kid who was cutting the grass in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't remember it all. Dude, I'm too fucking stoned. I'm too fucking stoned trying to comprehend.
Already, huh?
Yeah. And this is kind of fun. This is a fun movie.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I just remember all those moments kind of stood out to me when I was a kid. I will say the horror-esque moments. Because,
which are his puberty moments like that.
Yeah, but even this fucking dude, it creeped me out. I didn't like the principal. I didn't like all the adults in this movie. Because they all felt like they were just coming down on him. But that's because Michael J. Fox is so good at playing characters with vulnerability, and he always played a dude that was struggling to be himself.
Oh.
Yeah, this was the chick you were asking about earlier.
Yes.
Lori Griffin. She went on. Horror fans will recognize her from a movie called Cheerleader Camp.
And how'd that go?
She wasn't in much after that, but she retired. She retired from acting in the late 90s. And I don't know why she retired. Maybe she had kids or something, but she's hot. I've always thought she was hot.
Dude, I wish that was Ben Stiller. How did I say his name?
Sounded like Ben Stiller.
Okay, good, because I thought I added a little bit of sometimes when I throw my accents.
Yep. Yeah, dude, when I was a kid, oh my God, I just wanted to I didn't even know what jerking off was, but I just wanted to fucking jerk off so bad when I saw her.
Whoa.
Yeah, he has straight up got the fur. Like he,
He's got hairy palms.
yeah,
So he's just like you at that time.
exactly, dude. I think this movie is just one big metaphor for like
Your puberty?
for puberty. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, Mick.
Yeah, he doesn't have hair in his palms. Those eyebrows are out of control.
Who is?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Michael J. Fox was so relatable. You know, like when we were kids, like
That's how we felt.
it's exactly like he kind of resembled the everyday teenager.
Mm-hmm.
He was always like kind of bumbling and nervous and
Yeah, he was the awkward teen.
yeah. It's like we always wanted to be Styles though.
Did we? I mean, does he ever succeed?
You don't ever see him with any chicks or anything, but I mean, he's fucking cool. He's Styles. He's got the cigarette dangling from his mouth. It's not even lit.
And see, that's why those that wanted to be him never had chicks around.
They didn't need him. All they needed was, as Spicoli would say, some tasty waves, a cool buzz, and some badass t-shirts. They actually sell a lot of Styles' t-shirts now. Yeah. Like he's got the one that says, "What are you looking at, Dick Nose?" And then he's got the one that says, I don't know, obnoxious or something. They're like totally 80s t-shirts though.
Well, with those glasses on, he kind of looks like Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
I like to call him Boof.
Boof. There is a character in this movie named Boof.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's his girlfriend.
Oh, check that out. You pulled it straight out.
I pulled it out. Yeah, James Hampton, though. This guy, fucking, from Sling Blade. He was in Sling Blade.
The dad?
The dad, yeah. And,
What? Who was he in Sling Blade?
He was the guy who was, like, in charge of the mental institution.
Okay.
Where
He's all eaching. I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah, okay, that shirt says obnoxious. Yeah. James Hampton, though, what else was he in? Teen Wolf 2. he was in that.
I don't know. Was it just those? I feel like he's more of a family.
Burt Reynolds. He did a bunch of shit with Burt Reynolds.
Did you talk about the director of this or writer?
Not yet, no.
Who directed it?
A guy named dude. That joke would never be in a fucking PG movie now.
What'd he say?
He said he talked about a shop teacher who got his dick caught in a vacuum cleaner. but yeah, no, the director of this movie is a dude named Rod Daniel.
And did this take him to great places, or has he already?
It should have, but I think this was his first his first feature film to direct. He's dead now, I think, but he went on to what did he direct after this? Oh yeah, he directed K-9. You remember that movie? Fucking Jim Belushi.
Okay, yeah. I have the cover in my.
He also directed the fucking Kirk Cameron classic, Like Father, Like Son. I know that's your favorite movie, or Kirk Cameron's your favorite actor. I know that.
I guess Kirk Cameron.
This was the part that like kind of scared me when I was a kid. Like,
Okay, let me sense it.
oh, you'll sense it. You'll start hearing that heartbeat shit, and then his eyes glow, which is kind of corny by today's standards.
Oh, okay. This is when he talks to this dude.
Yeah, and his fucking voice gets all distorted. And
Man, it's cracking.
Well, it's cracking right now, but when he goes off though, it's when the demon comes out. Jesus,
Whoa.
this guy's pretty fucking rude, man.
Hey, man, you can't give it to the delinquents. I mean, minors.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Dude, he just nutted.
Yeah, I don't know why that scared me when I was a kid. Probably because the distorted voice and the glowing eyes and stuff. But
I mean, I can see it.
yeah. But yeah.
Dude, they totally fucked Styles in the TV show too, man.
I didn't know Styles was in the TV show.
Yeah.
What was his character like? Was he still like a cool dude, or was he just kind of a
Yeah, but not as played up, I guess.
what, like a surfer type?
No. Just completely different. It's hard to explain, just completely different.
I would just have to watch the show probably.
Yeah, and I don't recommend that.
Which I probably won't. It'll probably just depress
Who's this
me.
dude?
This guy Matt Adler. He did that movie with Kevin Bacon. I mean, he's done a bunch of other shit, but he did a movie with Kevin Bacon called Whitewater Summer. That's what I mainly recognize him from.
Is that the... Is Kevin Bacon all evil in that? Or leaves him?
That's I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But I thought you were talking about the River Wild at first.
I think I was too.
Yeah.
I was trying to pull a connection out of you.
Yeah, but I mean, there's similar. Like, it's weird because Kevin Bacon plays an evil guy on a river in both those movies. But yeah, Whitewater Summer, and I was also reading where that Matt Adler guy is married to that chick from Just Shoot Me, that Laura San Giacomo chick. She was in like Pretty Woman.
Wow. I mean, I guess.
I always wanted to do this.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I mean, I grew up to not be that kind of guy, but like when I was a kid, when I was around 6 or 7, I thought that I was going to be like this agile and cool, but I would never fucking try that. Even when I was like this age, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no. I mean, we see a lot of videos of like shit like this on YouTube, and they totally wreck.
Oh yeah.
Those dumbasses car surfing.
And I think this dude, I don't think he had a stuntman either. I think that's like really him up there, but they had like a harness coming through the van.
I bet it'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the ears coming out. And I saw this movie at a really young age too, where I thought like the Beach Boys were awesome too.
Well, I'm digging the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's got a really good soundtrack. I'm not ashamed to say that.
No, well, and it's a really good soundtrack. Yeah, I don't know why I repeated myself, but it fits.
I mean, well, because it's worth saying more than once. It does have an awesome soundtrack. Dude, I have a playlist that's pretty much like, it's a bunch of 80s songs from all these great movies from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them. Like, I will say that probably one of my favorite songs from the 80s, I mean, we're not there yet, but it's during the whole basketball sequence.
Okay, I'll have to pay special attention.
It's a song called "Win in the End," and when you hear it, you'll know it. I mean, I'm sure I've played it in my truck several times.
Holy crap, that's a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
Look at all the cigarette smoking. You don't see that in movies now.
you don't. I feel like you don't really see parties in movies anymore. I mean, you don't see suburban parties anymore.
You see Xanax parties. They're all just sitting down chatting.
Yeah. And if you see, I don't know, it just seems like in movies now, like in parties, you don't see like people hanging out in houses. They're always at fucking nightclubs, and there's all this neon lighting, and everybody's on X. This is just pretty much like a good old time, Like, probably the worst thing at this party
Represents
is...
the 80s really well.
Uh,
This represents the 80s really well
does,
for the
yeah.
time period.
except for there's no cocaine here, but, like...
Oh, there's probably cocaine on set.
Definitely on set, yeah. At the party, though, it's like the worst thing there is probably a joint.
She has like a Michelle Pfeiffer vibe.
She does. That chick that plays Booth.
Oh, why is Bette Midler here?
Midler.
Holy crap, I didn't know she was in this.
Yeah, these hairstyles are fucking pretty crazy, man.
That was more than a hairstyle.
Like, I never understood what the fuck was going on here. I mean, it looks oddly sexual.
I guess they're trying to get out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like some kind of trust game or... I have no idea. But it looks like I guess they're tied up with their hands behind their back, and... I have no idea.
This is why movies like this are why I was really disappointed in my high school years.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we did our fair share of fun stuff, but like, but this is weird though. There's like people on the floor, like, and they're wallering around in shaving cream and shit.
This looks more like a frat party.
All right, Chubby, you got to eat the Jello.
There's Eisenberg again.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Candace Cameron.
Candace Cameron. Yeah, you remember her, but you don't remember Kirk Cameron, huh?
No, I have no.
Scott.
Dude, he's in Heat.
Oh yeah. And I want to say, I don't know if I remember correctly. I think he wolfs out here or something. Something happens. Yeah, I think when they get into the closet and they start...
Or are they about to do like some 7 minutes of heaven crap?
Yeah.
She really wants to be with him, doesn't she?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of I guess the plot of this movie, or subplot, whatever. The love story.
Yeah, he's chasing one and the other's chasing him.
Exactly. Yeah, they were childhood friends. I was reading where the screenwriter named that girl off of his real life girlfriend. Apparently, her name was Boof, or nickname.
It's so weird watching this movie as like a 40-year-old. Like, you see that was a high school party,
awesome.
but it seemed
it hasn't
like
lost any of its magic.
A college party. No, it does still have magic.
See, she's pretty hot. I always kind of like Boof. I mean, I like the blonde chick too, but oh yeah, she's holding a joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about there's a pot. Man, hit that volume if you don't mind.
Volume?
The volume of the movie. We can turn the subtitles on if we need to. This shit is raping my ear holes.
Well, you were talking about the music at the beginning, so I had to hear it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it went up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was at our normal volume there.
No, you were like, "Hey, there's music here."
You cranked it up to hear some of that '80s goodness.
Some of that, you were like, "There's something going on right here. It's really scary." And I was like, "What?"
Okay, I thought it was louder than usual, so I was like, dude, this shit is penetrating my ears,
dude. And you got a random chick in like lingerie.
I know, and I don't even know what she's doing either.
She's handing out shit. She's doing something. She was handing something.
It's like a high school version of like an Eyes Wide Shut party. Yeah, I think the fingernails come out here or something. Damn. She like really fucking smacked him. Yeah, what is that chick doing?
Yeah, she's got a hat, and you pull the cart things out of the hat.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, we really didn't have parties like this.
No, dude.
I mean, they weren't all staged, and
We had parties like this when we were frat age.
yeah, but they weren't organized like this. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like whenever we went to parties, they were kind of chaotic and like nobody planned anything. The only time they did plan something was when they just brought the drinks. Mm-hmm. But nobody actually planned like events or games.
Right. This is loud music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
And it wasn't music like this. Like, that's some badass music. I know I'm stuck in the 80s, but, you know.
I think the music's what really gives it that vibe.
Yeah.
Well, it was from the 80s, though.
Yeah, this is some of that Miles Goodman music. I was reading where that dude died at 46, man, but had composed the soundtracks for well over 20 films, I think. But they were all like really well-known movies that came out like around this time and early 90s.
But what he's doing here goes along with what's happening to the character really well.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, he already knows. The dad knows. He's just
knows.
waiting.
Yeah.
And he's trying to hide it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, you talk about the funniest fucking part when it shows James Hampton, his dad, as the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, supposedly, like, people in the theater saw this shit, and they were laughing so hard that they couldn't even pay attention to what was going on, like, for a minute or two after. I mean, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
I could see it. How do you rate this in transformations?
It's pretty good, but I mean, it's not cutting edge or anything. I mean, it's not bad, but there's a lot of different camera angles and cuts, and I mean, I guess that's how you did it back in the day. But
he's such a well-groomed wolf.
Yeah, he does change pretty fast.
It was in a blink of an eye. He had hair.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely no Werewolf in London.
I wonder what he thought about all the prosthetics. I wonder if he was pissed about all that.
I don't know. I just know that Michael J. Fox pretty much hated this movie. But, I don't know if he thought the material was just corny or...
I mean, he's looking at himself. You got to think this isn't going to work.
He's probably really reacting, too. Like, when he's looking at himself in the mirror, he's probably like, yeah, my fucking career is dead after this movie. But he was wrong. This is actually what shot him to superstardom. Because this movie may have not have been critically well received, but it did well. Like, monetarily.
Dude, here it goes.
Dude.
I can see it.
I used to laugh my nuts off at that. I mean, it's fucking James Hampton, all wolfed out.
Dude, and it's like so big.
Yeah.
It's like the Bob Ross of wolves.
Yeah, dude, it is.
Or the Jerry Garcia. Dude, it's so well manicured and puffy.
Yeah. It's just, probably because you just, I don't know. It's like, I did not expect that. When I first saw this movie, I did not expect his dad to be frizzed out like that.
I don't even remember what it was like seeing that for the first time.
Dude, I just remember laughing really fucking hard. Yeah, James Hampton, man. I read recently where he died. This is pretty ironic, but he died of Parkinson's.
Oh, man.
Yeah, same shit that's got Michael J. Fox. It's kind of
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how that worked out. I mean, it didn't work out, but it didn't work out.
What was that you said?
I hate to make such a fucked up joke, but like, I mean, it's just that's irony for you, though. You know, it's fucking life.
I'm gonna have to hit on that. The music was really well for that last scene too.
Yeah.
Also, the comic, it like fit the whole comic.
Oh yeah.
You know, this whole movie, that's like a big setup and payoff in this movie.
Yeah.
I bet the director and everybody was like, "This has got to be perfect."
Yeah.
Or do you think the trailer had the dad in it?
I don't think so. No. Maybe it did. I don't know.
I wouldn't remember.
But you would think that like a moment like that you wouldn't want to put in the trailer.
Exactly.
But
nowadays they put everything though.
They do. They show you way too much in the trailers nowadays.
A life of stealing babies and killing chickens. No, you're going to be playing basketball. You're going to be on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Yeah, and supposedly there's like a deleted scene where he goes on like the Tonight Show or some shit.
Oh, really?
I'm glad they didn't include that in this movie, but there's like one of these scenes where he like quotes some Spider-Man shit too. He says something like, "With great power comes great responsibility." It's like, where have I heard that before?
Dude, his eyes are blue, aren't they? And they match his blue jacket.
Yeah, I think so. Look at you looking at his eyes.
Dude,
Get
Hollywood.
lost in Michael J. Fox's
If you want to be
eyes.
hired in Hollywood, you have to have blue eyes. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah. Styles. Remember he was in he was in that movie fucking Iron Eagle. You remember that one from childhood? Dude, look how fucking fine she is.
With the side ponytail?
Yeah. What is it about that side ponytail, man? It's so
old.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't it coming back around though? Aren't chicks kind of doing the side ponytail again?
I don't think they ever stop. I don't think they do it that old. I think they do it younger now.
Yeah.
Hi, Boof.
So, who would you bang, Boof or Pamela?
I honestly don't know in this one, to be honest.
It seems like Pamela would give you a pretty good fuck, but Boof would she'd blow you all the time, you know? Boof probably wouldn't put out all the time, but she'd probably be sucking your dick every day, whenever you wanted it.
I don't know.
It'd be hard to choose.
I haven't even really thought about it in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really pulling those two.
Either one?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, what are you looking at, dick nose? Dude's straight up wearing that at school.
Yeah, no, we would have had that shit yanked off of it. Didn't you get a Big Johnson shirt or something?
Yeah, I got sent home because I was wearing a Big Johnson shirt one day, and that pretty much just talked about big peckers or something. And I got kicked out for another shirt that said liquor in the front, poker in the rear. And
You're
then
brave.
I got kicked out. But back then it wasn't that big a deal, you know. Nobody was all woke and shit. But because here's another example, I got kicked out for I had a shirt. It was a Johnny Reb shirt, and it had a fucking Confederate flag on it. They would not let you wear that shit nowadays at all. And hell, I was wearing a Beavis and Butthead shirt and I couldn't wear that one either.
How old were you in? Was it junior high or high school?
It was junior high. It was when we were all wearing those edgy t-shirts. And dude, even Joe was wearing a shirt that said Joe's mama loves crabs. He got sent home for that. And that's not transgressive in any way or offensive in any way. It's stupid.
Wasn't a Joe's Crab Shack shirt?
Yeah. The name of an actual fucking restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Dude, tell me they don't scratch on this.
No. Styles always got these pants on, fucking red pants, turquoise pants.
He's real colorful.
Yeah, very stylish.
If
If I may say so myself.
Whoa.
Dude,
here's that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Here's what?
I was gonna say here's our physical comedy, I guess.
What, Steve Colbert inside here?
Yeah, just him slipping everywhere.
Oh, what was that guy? What was that all about?
I have no idea. He was writing some shit on the Mirror about the principal. Mm-hmm. Because that's right. He gets blamed for that shit. Yep. We never really had principals like this that fucked with us, did we?
Not with me, dude. That was too good.
But even
you were the hooligan.
I mean, I wore some pretty edgy T-shirts, but
I don't know.
I never had. I had teachers kind of get on my ass, but I never had principals. Like, you know how in all these old '80s movies they had like these principals that. I mean, hell, even in Back to the Future, he had that principal that was just on his ass all the time. Like, I never really understood that. The whole the principal, you know. It's like they wanted them to be kind of like wardens.
Yeah,
like prison wardens. Mm-hmm. But later on there's a reason for that though. His little vendetta.
Oh, with the wolves.
He knew his dad.
Mm-hmm. He knows.
Yeah. He's looking for his weed. Another thing that would not exist in a PG-rated movie.
That dude's pants are off the chain.
Yeah.
He's always colorful.
You would wear those, wouldn't you?
No.
I would. If I could fit into something like that, I would totally wear it.
If I bent over like that, they'd rip. But he's got like flashy belts.
It's another thing that would not be in a PG-rated movie. Him accusing him of being a fag.
Uh-oh. Ta-da!
See, I mean, not that I dislike the transformation scenes, but I kind of like it too when you just hear it.
You don't see it. It plays way better.
Yeah.
Because, dude, they were doing all that shit with his fucking face, and the hair was not growing. And then all of a sudden, poof.
Yeah. It's like if you didn't have the right special effects, technician working on that shit, it would be very hard to cut that shit together. As an editor, it'd be a nightmare.
I don't think they had enough footage.
I don't think they did either.
that shit went, and then
when he abruptly just changed, yeah. Yeah, I remember this dude being in that movie Iron Eagle, which I have not seen in years because I don't even think it's on DVD. But he was also in that Born on the 4th of July movie with Tom Cruise. Have you seen that? Born on the 4th of July?
Sounds familiar, but do I remember it? No. How many movies do I remember?
Well, you must remember that one. I'm going to make you watch that one. Look, he found his weed.
He sniffed it out.
Yep.
He doesn't have a dick nose, or does he? I bet he can totally smell Styles' dick.
They need to bring Dick Nose back, dude. Like, I mean, I guess that was an insult back in the day, but I've never actually heard anybody call me a Dick Nose.
No. I've never even heard.
No, but I like it though. Like, it's a pretty snazzy insult.
I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be impressive or.
I know.
Like,
it could go either way.
Yeah, like. It's gonna be so cute. They're gonna have some pups. Boof.
Yeah, see, Boof is the kind of chick that like she's there for you. Like she'll be there for you no matter what. And like she may be a little clingy, she may be attached to you a little too much, but she's gonna blow you every day, like while you're watching TV or playing video games.
You get that?
I feel like she's that kind of chick. Like she'd sit with you, watching the game, and she'd probably eat cheese and crackers with you. Like she'd probably roll your joints.
He's like, hey, did he lick?
He did something kind of suggestive.
He's like, hey,
He's like, "Hey, get you some, son. Now's the time.
He's so
Now that you're all
happy.
wolfed out, you need to get laid, bud."
Yeah. Well, he knew it was coming. As soon as he wolfed, he would start getting chicks.
Yeah.
The wolf is like
Once
a pheromone.
again, the metaphor for puberty. I mean,
Yeah.
now that I'm seeing this movie for the first time in a long time, it is kind of like it's making me kind of think more of the puberty angle, which should have been obvious when I was a kid, but I guess I was a fucking retard.
That's why
I guess I just didn't know.
Yeah.
But I should have picked up on that easily because
That's why I said we're 40 looking back.
yeah, I know. When I was a kid, I was just like, well, I guess he's a wolf. Well, I don't know. I mean, it has nothing to do with the wolf. It has everything to do with him becoming a grown man, and
Moving on.
exactly. He can't be awkward with the ladies anymore. He has to tell Boof he loves her, and even though he lusts for Pamela,
I think that's why I can't connect with Boof.
why was that?
Her name.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of funky.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna pass.
All right. Well, me and you, we have different tastes in women, I've noticed.
You would date a Boof?
I would date a Boof. I would boff a Boof. She'd probably have to change her name. She'd probably have to change her name, but I do like it as a nickname. And I think because Boof sounds like boff, it reminds me of fucking.
You're too horny. You need to get really laid.
I know. Well, this movie's bringing it out, dude. It's bringing out all my hormones and my inner animal.
I guess since I recently had a kid, that shit's completely not there.
Yeah. It's my baser instincts, man. I'm just seeing this dude kind of like lust after these girls, and
Did she just put it all out there on it for him? Why was he looking all?
She said something about I don't know what she was talking about. I think they were talking about the dance, the school dance or something.
It just hit me. Is there a dick in this movie?
I don't think so. I know what you're talking about, but it's like right at the end of the movie, and it's I mean we'll talk about it when we get there. But
okay.
yeah, it's when the
okay, don't worry about it. It just hit me.
Well, they debunked it. They
Okay.
debunked that. It totally looks like a cock though, but like apparently it's a woman, and she was sitting in the bleachers, and they were filming the scene for so long that she had unbuttoned her pants, and then she got up and like did some zipping and some buttoning, and it looks like she's adjusting her cock, but apparently it's a woman, not a guy. We'd have to look really close, but
I bet it wouldn't even be in this release.
it is from what I remember, but I think somebody like scaled in on it and.
Wonder who has that type of job.
I know.
Uh-oh, he's about to flip out in front.
Easy. This movie, okay, this movie could have been a total piece of shit, which some people probably think it is. But to me, I think the one thing that saves this movie is the fact that he plays the basketball game at the end as a human and not a wolf.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
Interesting to see.
Yeah.
So,
Well, because it kind of gives it more of a message.
so you think people didn't like this? Was this received poorly?
Well, it was popular,
Okay. Well,
but the critics didn't like it. But what the fuck do the critics like anyway?
this is more of like a kids movie.
Yeah,
Or young
it is.
teenage movie.
It is, because remember they made the cartoon out of this shit.
It's pretty much for us going through puberty. It's to help us understand puberty.
It is.
Is this actually him, or what NBA star is this?
Yeah, it's somebody. It ain't Michael J. Fox either, because this dude starts like doing some behind the back shit. And
It's so much bigger.
oh yeah, yeah, like all that is totally not.
They should have had that guy play the wolf the rest of the time and just dubbed over his voice.
Yeah,
He's like, oh yeah?
he starts dunking on motherfuckers. And I wish I could still play ball, man. My knees, they're not having it.
Just lower the goal to like 9.
Yeah, and lower it down to like 6 foot. I can still shoot threes, but I'm like chubby out there.
Man, he
They're like,
he
oh
wasn't any
shit,
kind of like Porky's or anything like that movie, was he?
chubby.
Yeah.
No, he was in a lot though. He was in a lot. Well, we'd already talked about it. He was in Leprechaun, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, A League of Their Own. He had a small role in A League of Their Own.
And I guess who I'm remembering, or who's in my head's not him.
Did you think he played Porky?
Well, or in one of those type movies, like there was another movie where this,
Like a teen sex comedy?
yeah, where somebody overweight like him gets in bed with this other kid's mom or something or wife. It's
Yeah.
not Porky's.
Probably got him mixed up with some other fat kid. Because, in the 80s, man, they made a lot of those teen sex comedies where they always had a fat guy hanging along with them. Like, it was always, you always had to have the nerd, and then you had to have the jock kid, then you had to have the fat kid, then you had to have the token black kid. Mm-hmm. It was just like every stereotype they could fit into a little teen comedy like that.
Boy, they were really.
And it was all about getting laid. You remember all these movies were just all about getting laid? That was the big plot.
Yeah.
And they kind of brought that back with like American Pie and Van Wilder, and remember movies like Dorm Days and stuff. But Waiting, yeah. But then it kind of died off again. It's like teen sex comedies do not exist anymore, and I don't know if they'll ever come back now.
No, no,
Not in the climate we're in now.
no.
But what I like about this
Shady.
movie is it's not raunchy. If this movie's not raunchy, it gives you just enough to let you know that this is kind of like I'm not going to say teen sex comedy, but it is about teenagers and, their desire to fornicate. But it does it in a real sweet manner.
Is that weird that she likes him as a beast?
Kinda, yeah. But it's mainly because he's popular. It's not necessarily that she has a strong attraction to the wolf, but she just likes that he has all these friends now.
Yeah.
You remember we had chicks like that at school where they were just like, they'd hang around you if you started getting extra attention.
But it has just so happened at that moment that she went over to him. He was the wolf.
Yeah. Well, he won the ball game, and she knows that he's the cat's pajamas, and she likes that.
Do you think this would really happen? So this is almost like Twilight before Twilight.
Yeah, this totally would not happen, but that's what makes it kind of cool. Is like all these people are just accepting the fact that he is a goddamn monster.
Yeah,
I mean, he's walking through the halls looking like this, dude. And the principal's just like okay with it. He's just like, all right, man, listen up. It's cool that you're a wolf, but you got to play by my rules, dude.
I like it. He's got like this real like. He's got a nice mane, man.
Yeah.
He kind of looks really hip.
But the principal could totally expel him, but he's just like, just keep up your grades and keep wolfing it out, I guess.
Yeah, because he wants to win. He wants the notoriety.
Who, the principal?
Yeah, he wants to win, man. He wants all this.
Yeah, but he clearly hates him.
Well, later on. Well, couldn't it be a double-edged sword?
Well, you just think that because the basketball, he's winning the basketball games, and the principal's like, well, I better keep him on because he's winning us games.
Well, you just told him.
I guess people are kind of accepting him because of superficial reasons, really, if you think about it. Because otherwise, they'd be like, man, call the police, dude. This dude's a wolf.
Yeah, I mean, the music, man.
Yeah, I know. See, I miss montages like where they would have. It wouldn't just be like a sequence of like music samples. They would actually do a montage and play the whole song.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, he's like a dog to people.
Yeah.
Like he's just like a
Dude was probably hating this movie.
dude. He fucking yeah. Michael J. Fox supposedly really hates this, but
I bet he can't now.
no. I mean, it's kind of hard to hate it. This movie's got so much heart to it. Do you recognize that guy, the basketball player? They're not showing him anymore, but his name was Doug Savant.
No, I don't recognize him.
The guy who got pissed off that he stole the ball from him. That he was in Melrose Place. Remember, he played the first gay character on TV ever in Melrose Place.
Oh,
Yep, that was him.
you brought back a show from kind of the 90s.
Yeah, early 90s.
Wolf Fever.
Yeah, look at Styles fucking profiting off his likeness.
Yes, just like freaking Fast Times guy.
Yeah, Damone. Yeah, Damone was more of a like a hustler though. Like
What's he doing? He's hustling.
Well, okay, but Styles is more of a capitalist, and Damone is like Styles is more of a venture capitalist, where Damone was like a scalper. Remember, he'd fucking sell tickets to concerts and shit.
Well, give him time.
Yeah,
Give either one time.
yeah,
Starts here with the shirts in high school. He gets out.
yeah. You can ravish my body. Okay, no problem, Pamela. Do you recognize the? I'm not even going to ask you that, but the guy, the theater guy, the teacher.
Do you recognize? Finally, you get it.
I know. I'm like,
It's taken you how many movies?
the teacher. He was in Turner and Hooch. He played.
No, I would have not gotten that.
Yeah, he played a bad guy in Turner and Hooch. He was the dude like. Yeah, he was some fucking bad guy in Turner and Hooch. I know you don't know, so I'm not even going to ask you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't remember the bad guy. But I could actually see him playing a
Yeah.
bad guy. But no, I wouldn't.
Oh, dude, I remember watching this. I would get an insane boner.
Well, let's see what happens to him.
Amazingly, he doesn't turn into the wolf here, but I mean, I'm surprised. But yeah, this scene here, and then you hear the little heartbeat kicking in again.
Oh, she's wanting a wolf.
Yeah. Maybe he does change into the wolf here, but it doesn't show it, of course. Yeah, like how he's like, I gotta warm up sometimes. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm like
it's
really
hard to talk right now. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm like really caught up in this, man, because
It's-
like this is a PG rated movie, and she's flat out just like she is raping this dude. Like this is rape.
It's wolf rape.
Yeah, he's like, "What are you doing? I don't wanna," and she's like, "Fuck me."
Yeah, he's like,
I mean, God, dude, I miss the '80s.
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, he totally just came then.
Oh yeah, he's got the phone.
But dude, I mean, when I was probably like 8 or 9 when I first saw this, and like it was probably my first boner was that scene maybe,
Probably.
because she was hot, dude. You didn't back then PG movies.
Do you think the heartbeat is why you got a thing for AMSR?
ASMR, yeah.
Because it's totally.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Well, it helped that scene.
ASMR is something that is totally like, oh man, I guess some people don't really get into it in a sexual way, but like I do.
Well, it plays on it. That scene played on the.
Like I hear some of those triggers and stuff in my headphones, and I'm just like, man, I get into it. It's like
She's got no ass.
this shit, man. She's got an okay ass.
No, she wears.
I feel like girls are too obsessed with their asses nowadays. As long as you like, she's got the hips. She's got some good hips. I'm more of a boob guy, though. You know me. Like I'm kind of a boob guy.
This dude is. Cobra Kai's coming after you.
Yeah, This is like it's kind of like Karate Kid in a way.
I've been getting a vibe.
Yeah. Underneath all that hair, you're still a dork.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yo mama. He pulled a yo mama
Dude,
joke.
He did. And it was,
Yo mama used to steal chickens, bitch.
out of my backyard.
And to cap it all off, he said that he blew her head off with a shotgun. Brutal.
Yeah, I guess they can't really hear that. We could just let them hang.
Commentary, man. Let them know. Let them
They'd
know
be like, what?
Yeah, let them know where we're at, man. See, I like how she's kind of like done with him now.
Why?
He's like, well, what did that mean? And she's like, look, I like the wolf, but not you. So fuck off.
Oh, so he was all like, I want to be human around you. She's like,
Yeah.
She's into the animals.
Yeah, he wants her to dig him, but she's not digging him. This chick is just all superficial. Chubby. Yeah, that would totally be me on the court nowadays. Dude, last time I tried to play basketball, man, my goddamn knees almost exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, number 23, Melrose Place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the character's name was...
Okay,
I don't remember the character's name.
I see it. They lost. No,
they're winning. Totally, they're winning.
I totally get it there. They're just all pissed.
It's just they're pissed because he's like fucking Kobe. Ball hogging.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, Jay Tarsis, he's a screenwriter. I just figured that out. He wrote he did some uncredited work on Short Circuit, but he also wrote that comedy movie Up the Academy. Apparently wrote some good comedies. I didn't know he was a screenwriter, but
That's neat.
Yep.
Especially Short Circuit. I've always had a fond place for that.
Yeah. This dude's always giving him like the worst advice.
I'm so hungry, and he's talking about cream cheese.
I bet you are hungry. You got that cotton mouth going on over there.
Yeah. But I bet it would have been awesome to be him at this time.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Styles is just... He's loving life. I think that's what I love about his character. He is just in the moment. Like, when I was in high school... Like, I was not
I
this...
can see it.
Yeah, I was not this loose in high school. Like, this dude is just... I mean, he bought a fucking van.
That's why I say he's a hustler.
Yeah, and this is so weird. Like, how he brings up the fact that, like, Lewis is scared of him. And they never address it ever again after that. He's like, hey, Styles, so where's Lewis? What's going on with Lewis? And then Styles just doesn't say anything. And Scott's like, it's like, Styles, so what's going on with Lewis? He's scared of me. And then Styles is just like, fuck it. Fuck Lewis. And they never talk about it ever again. They may not even show Lewis. Remember the dude they were hanging out with earlier?
Yeah.
He's like gone.
That's
from
why
the movie.
I asked, because I didn't remember him.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, Lewis is he disappeared from the movie.
I wonder if the writer was like, "Yeah, I don't know what else to do. We got to cut this."
Yeah, he's like, I can't write a scene with 3 people in it. Okay, so.
Oh.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
That's some stunt work.
Yeah, that is definitely stunt work right there.
He clearly works out.
Dude is just doing a fucking handstand.
Yeah, on top, yeah.
I mean, it's... Oh, man.
Can't litter.
Don't diss Howard like that. Or Harold. What's his name? Harold Howard? Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
Dude just threw a beer can at his dad's fucking hardware shop.
Yeah.
How
That's
rude.
why I said that was an ass. That kind of upset me.
Well, because Harold Howard is like the ultimate dad. Dude is like the best father.
Dude, he's so cuddly.
He is. He's a good. He plays these roles like so perfectly. He is like a teddy bear type of guy, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know. He even played like that warm kind of character too in Sling Blade. He was real good with Billy Bob, Carl. You know. This is when he tells him the background of him and the principal. Did you get your fix over there?
No, hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, and supposedly the director got this job. You know, you'd asked me about Rod Daniel earlier, the director.
I'm glad you brought it up. Tell me about him.
Well, he
Let me lean back and tell me about him.
Yeah, he got the job because they were asking him. I think the screenwriters asked him, what do you think this movie's about? And most people answered, well, it's about a kid turned into a wolf. And this Rod Daniel guy, he answered, this is about a father and a son. And so he got the job based off that answer. I thought that was pretty cool because he understood the theme, I guess.
Right.
Whereas everybody else is just like, man, it's a fucking wolf. Probably thought it was a horror film.
Well, or just thought it was about a kid turning a wolf and being a badass.
Yeah. You got to get a hold of it. With great power comes great responsibility, Peter. I mean, Scott.
Do you think they should have done a second one?
They did do a second one.
Do you think they should have?
Oh, no. It's horrible.
He's not in it.
When was the last time you seen
him?
it? No, it's Jason Bateman, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think not too long ago, I think my son saw that one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Has he seen the first one?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Because the first one...
Yeah, I remember watching it going, oop, this is different.
Yeah. Second one's awful, man. The best thing about the second one was that Send Me an Angel song.
Can you sing it so I can try it?
Can you sing it? I feel like you would sing it better than me.
Does it like,
send me an angel?
That's it.
Right now.
That's totally
Send
it.
me an angel.
You nailed it. Sound just like the dude.
all right, awesome.
See, he is torn because Pamela wants the wolf. She doesn't want the wolf. Mm-hmm. Dude's having like an identity crisis here.
You do ask me, like, I'm not, I think it's weird seeing any of these two sexually ever since I saw the ponytail, because like my daughter is like 10 and she wears that ponytail.
Oh, yeah.
But like if I had to pick one, I would go with the brunette.
Yeah. I mean, she's hot.
And
she's
that's
totally hot.
And that's the one you're saying, would totally hang out with you and blow you. And
she'd give you blowies all day.
So that's the one.
As long as you were loyal to her, you'd have to completely commit yourself to her, and she would have to be.
So you don't think you could be remotely free and just do whatever you want as long as? So she's not going to let you go out at night?
Probably not.
Wait, am I about to find out
and
right here?
She'd probably want to be there with you in all times. Like I said, she would probably be kind of clingy, but.
So you wouldn't pick any of these two chicks?
It's hard to say. I'm kind of torn. It's a conundrum because, Boof is cute. She's like I said, she's kind of a loyal chick. She's definitely like a monogamous type, but
Mm-hmm.
then you have Pamela, who's kind of sleazy and likes to experiment and she likes to rape.
Yeah, well, yeah, she should be in prison.
She's clearly the aggressor
Yeah.
in the relationship, and
but I don't. I kind of always thought that's how it was going to go down, and it never went down like that.
Yeah, like you thought that you were going to have some chick like take advantage of the shy guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't always work out that way.
No. These writers totally didn't know how it went down.
Fucking dude showing up with his Scarface jacket on. This totally looks like Tony Montana.
I was leaning the way he's like, just, hey, yeah.
And dude, this song is fucking great. I mean, to me. Why is this dude like in high school? Because remember earlier they said he was like 20 years old. I'm kind of weirded out by that.
He's dating a high school chick then.
Okay, so but he's on that fucking basketball team though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused honestly by his character because the basketball game they came coming in and he was already sitting down with the chick and like I honestly been kind of confused this whole time on who the fuck he is.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of holes in this movie that
Well,
I just haven't picked up on because I'm stupid. But
no, I'm completely stoned right now, so it's like,
look, they're doing the Michael Jackson Thriller shit. You know that's where they got that.
oh yeah, duh.
Dude, this was. I don't know why people make fun of the 80s so much. I mean, it is a little cheesy, but like I kind of miss how people were just comfortable with themselves, and if they were feeling good enough, they'd just break out into a dance, and have a good time. I mean, because
Dude, I'm picturing you breaking down and having a good time.
if I grew up during this time period, if I was in high school, I would have been like Styles here, man. We're just losing my shit, dancing with everybody, screaming and hollering, but it wasn't like that. I was a really reserved, like nerdy kid.
Yeah, I only went to one dance.
Yeah, and I never felt good about dancing either. Like I always just thought I looked ridiculous. I mean.
I kind of get it because
but
they all kind of look ridiculous.
yeah. But I would watch movies like this, and I'd be like, man, I wish I felt that good,
comfortable,
to just break out into song and dance like this, and everybody would be following me.
Dude, I have no rhythm, so I know how that goes.
Yeah. Like I want people to follow me, like in Footloose, where Kevin Bacon just kind of led the way, and everybody just followed him. Damn, she is kind of a hooer. Kind of a floozy.
Yeah. Well, she did. Come on. She totally took it from him.
Well, she's flat out admitting to her boyfriend that, like, I might want to dance with him. Mm-hmm. So, there ain't shit you can do about it, Mick.
As long as he's the wolf.
Exactly, yeah. It's the only way she's going to have him.
This is intense music right here.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a showdown between the girls?
Oh, yeah. There's about to be a fight.
Oh, dude, you can't not nod your head to this.
I think this is on my playlist, too. Look, he's doing that typical 80s white boy dance there.
Oh, dude, this is like epic for a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, man. They should have really let this fight go on.
Oh, man, he called Boof a tramp. No, you can't do that, son.
Oh, we see who he really cares about.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pamela, you need to pick a side. She's the one who's causing all this. Nope, yeah, there's Lewis.
Why
Dude is always judging Scott. Like, Lewis is like, man, come on, man.
What'd you say he went on to do? Because, man, I know him from somewhere.
He was in the Kevin Bacon movie, Whitewater Summer. I mean, he's been in some other stuff, too. But, damn, calm down, Scott. It's going to be okay. He does have a lot of people judging him, though. Like, every time he turns around, there's always somebody just giving him these weird looks. As if he had anything to do.
And wanting something from him.
Yeah.
Wait, what's he saying?
Huh?
The principal. I was like...
Oh yeah, see, yeah, this part's great because I never expected his dad to show up, and like all of a sudden, like his dad is just standing right there, and he like makes the principal like wet himself. And don't you try.
The pissing contest.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes him whiz himself. You never learn, do you, Rusty? You leave that fucking wolf alone. He's a good kid. He's just a goddamn werewolf.
He's going. He's in heat. He's in heat for the first time.
Yeah. He's getting his pubes. Oh, God. This movie's so fucking stupid. Oh, but I love it. I love it.
I know you can't help but not to.
I know. I mean, it's great, though. Like, I just have such a soft spot for it. It's, you know what it is? It's got a lot of heart. But it's got shit for brains, man.
But it works.
It works. It totally does.
It's probably because of him, Michael J.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox brings that genuine quality to it.
He's the only thing that makes it seem like
Yeah.
They want the wolf.
See, I don't think anybody else could have played this role. I think I'm not saying the movie wouldn't have worked with somebody else, but like I feel like Michael J. Fox brought that with that verisimilitude to the fucking role, because I don't think anybody else would have played him this real.
Heart.
It probably would have played. Yeah, probably would have played him good. But there's just that quality that Michael J. Fox has, where it's like everybody can relate to him. He's like, I am done, bitch. And he was just trying to get into theater just for the chick.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even want to do that shit.
But he doesn't like that chick anymore.
No.
A wolf in his booth. Woof woof. Woof woof.
Do you feel like PG movies are too tame nowadays?
I don't even realize if I'm watching a PG movie now.
Yeah, I guess I don't really actively think about it, but I mean, I will say that a lot of the PG movies that I watch nowadays are just, they're so soft compared to the PG movies of yesteryear, you know?
All I know is everything I see is like superheroes, so,
Yeah.
or Star Wars. So it
Pretty
kind
much.
of like
It's like this.
teen movies aren't around.
Yeah. This, infantilization of audiences nowadays. It's like they don't want kids to be exposed to things that might make them face adulthood, or maybe even like something that scares them. But because I feel like nowadays this movie would totally be fucking R. Like, this movie would be rated R nowadays, totally. I think we're at the end here.
Really?
This is like the climactic basketball scene. This is the best scene in the whole fucking movie. Or best sequence.
The Hoosiers moment.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. This dude's hurt. Yeah, this is like one of those moments, like when the music kicks in, dude. It just makes me want to fucking play basketball and jizz in somebody's eye. Like, dude,
Okay, hold on, I gotta see this.
I mean, it's such an uplifting moment. Like, you know that sequence in the Karate Kid where Daniel LaRusso is he's fighting all those dudes, and he's like in the tournament, and then they have like that song by Joe Esposito that
Sing it for me.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around.
Okay, yeah.
That one. But okay, but when this song kicks in, this win in the end, like this totally just makes my balls hard.
There's a lot of your balls in this movie.
I mean, yeah.
I think I bet you probably hit puberty the same time you saw this.
Probably. I think I sprouted fur when I first saw this shit. Like, it just made me become a man.
You have a wolf inside you.
I do. I will say this. Every time there's a full moon, I get insanely horny.
Uh-oh. It's a wolf playing a beaver.
Dude, everybody's just like peer pressuring this dude to not be himself. That's what I like about, if I had to extract anything from this movie as far as a meaning, anything that was relevant, I would say I like the end, because in the end, he's okay with being himself. He doesn't need the wolf. He understands that, like, the wolf is a part of him, but he knows that he has to suppress it because first off, it's fucking weird, but
it's still him.
Yeah, but secondly, he doesn't need it to succeed. You know, he doesn't need that part of his identity.
Well, it is him.
It is him. It's a part of him, though. He just has to learn how to control it. And see, it kind of got out of hand because he's doing it for the wrong reasons. He was doing it for the popularity, the fame, the pussy.
Yeah, Styles was freaking...
It was Styles. It was Styles. It was fucking Pamela. Mm-hmm. All this peer pressure,
Oh, is
man.
this the other guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was there because he didn't play him, I bet, that night. Maybe that's what it is.
Because he didn't what? I love this part. Shoot it, fat boy!
Madonna must have been in with those two chicks. They were very Madonna-esque.
Yeah. Boom. Here we go. And that's what starts it. Now you're going to have swinging dicks just...
I'm waiting for this song to kick in.
Yeah. It's about to kick in, like, let's see, right after this bucket.
Those shorts are entirely too short.
Here we go. Yeah, totally
yeah,
80s. Even the percussion sounds 80s.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know this song, Win in the End, just look it up on YouTube right now. Win in the End by Mark Safon. Play it along with this sequence here. And just be prepared to cream your pants.
Well, it's about the little guy overcoming.
Yeah, exactly. I think what's cool about it is that a lot of movies like this don't exist anymore. They don't have these really triumphant moments where they play a whole fucking song just to get their point across. I feel like music's not really a big part of movies anymore, to be honest with you. They don't use songs. They don't really have scores that stand out anymore.
I agree. You'll know a good movie when they use it, though.
Yeah.
Music, well-placed music, songs, soundtracks, however you want to put it, can really make or break a movie.
They can, yeah. Because sometimes it's used in the wrong places, but there used to be an emphasis, and some people would say this is kind of pretentious, but there used to be sort of an emphasis on winning in 80s movies, and we don't have that nowadays in today's cinema. It's all depressing, and it's all about how, I've got anxiety.
You can't win. Yeah.
I can't
do that.
I can't win, and there's always somebody bigger and more powerful than them, and like today's movies are not about
overcoming.
Yeah, it's more or less like just accept who you are and fucking don't do anything about it. But you see right here that this dude is facing off against the
guy that held him down this whole time. They've been battling,
and if he wanted to, he could
wolf him.
Yeah, he could dunk all over their asses. But he's playing as Scott
and playing as a team.
Yeah, and
he's playing with the team.
He is. He's actually passing the ball, and
he wasn't doing that as a wolf, right?
He wasn't. He's got a bunch of assists, and he's actually, he's playing with his team. And I don't know, in the 80s, there was just always like these movies about winning, and some people would say that that's kind of an egomaniacal thing of the past, but I miss it. I miss it in movies.
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
Well, this movie is a feel-good movie. It makes you feel good.
Yeah. It made you want to be a better dude, like movies like this. And all those action movies where they had, like, guys working out and shit. Like, some people would say that that's, this unnecessary machismo. But four fouls, biatch. But see, now I think they don't encourage stuff like this because they're afraid of the whole, what would you say, the toxic masculinity of it. I think they would consider this toxic masculinity.
To win? Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, was it? I guess it's not. It may be, but that last Ben Affleck movie kind of reminds me of this. Where he's the drunk, the way back.
Yeah. I still haven't watched that yet.
Dude, that's a really good movie. If you want to talk about a comeback.
But it's called The Way Back?
I think.
Okay,
something like that, or any which way. Search that on IMDb or Ben Affleck, and you'll
Way Back Home, did he direct that one?
Way Back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. If he did, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a Ben Affleck picture, but yeah, I do know that he plays a drunk in it.
And he goes to coach some high school kids.
So is that one a pretty feel-good movie, or is it kind of
in a way, but it's also kind of sad.
Yeah.
But it is a feel-good moment because for the basketball aspect of it.
Yeah. That's what I liked about Hoosiers. You brought that one up earlier.
What about Rudy? I don't remember Rudy much. Was that it?
Dude, yeah, Rudy was fucking awesome. Lucas was a lot like Rudy. It's just awesome to see people winning in movies. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm the guy who just has to have a happy ending in every single fucking movie I watch, but you do need movies like that kind of lift the human spirit.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Everybody's all...
Yeah, it's just everybody's depressed, man. We don't need movies about COVID. We don't need movies about people losing.
I hate to say it, but we just need to get rid of the superhero movies now.
Yeah. Well, the thing... Okay.
And Star Wars.
Here's the thing I don't like about superhero movies is that the superheroes are infallible. It's a cartoonish way of thinking. Like, these superheroes are saving the universe. That's something that humanity, we can't relate to that. Like, you need more personal stories like this where it's just somebody winning a chess match or a basketball game or...
Overcoming the odds.
Yeah, just, and something realistic. And we don't have to see planets blowing up all the time, just to get an idea of heroism. Like, just have a foe. Have, like, one bad guy that keeps kicking your ass. And then, keep the story simple and relatable. Even like a moment like that where you're just making one little basket. Doesn't have to be cities. Well, and if you've ever been on
a basketball team, you know what this is like.
Yeah. Very nerve shattering, stress inducing moment. See, I like how it gets quiet here and like all you hear is the sound of the basketball. Yeah. The breathing.
Clever use of sound.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Yeah, because like when I was a kid, I thought he was going to miss that shit. Because they kind of fool you. Because remember at the beginning, it was the same kind of setup, but he missed. It was pretty cool. Moment of silence, folks. For the basket.
Dink. And it's in.
Oh, yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle music.
I like how this one basketball game is like the end of that dude's life. Like, he just shut his eyes like, fuck, my life is over now.
Like, how would you go on as like a wolf?
How would I go on as a wolf?
Yeah, because he's got to move on. How did his dad hide it from everybody? And then come out now.
Well, as James Hampton said, the werewolf is a part of you, but you got to get a hold of it. You got to get a hold of it, son. I honestly don't know, because I don't know how I would manage it. If you want to know the truth, if I was a wolf, as cynical as I am, I'd probably be fucking killing people. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to tame my inner wolf, you know?
So you don't think you could be Mr. Popular and move on?
Yeah, I don't think I would be like
So you would hide it? You would hide it and go out at night?
I would try to hide it at first, because I don't think I'd be like a real gregarious wolf, but I would be like the kind that would just flip out. Like, I'd be like, oh, here's that part you were talking about with the, I don't know if it shows it here, but
We probably missed it.
I think we missed it, yeah. But they supposedly debunked the whole theory of it being a guy's dick hanging out. But yeah, so I don't think I would be, as far as the wolf thing, what were we talking about there?
I don't fucking know. I've done forgotten.
I think I would hide it for a while, but then I think it would come out. Like, I would be a really aggressive wolf. Like, this dude, I mean, clearly Scott is a happy wolf.
So you don't think you would be... So basically you'd be behind bars pretty soon.
Probably, yeah.
You wouldn't be on the front page and like on the Mr. Yearbook.
Yeah, no. I would definitely not be that kind of wolf. Let's just say that I wouldn't be popular. I'd be more like notorious.
I don't know, like, because if you change and you get accepted, what I mean...
That's true, but
and the chicks are all throwing themselves at you.
Well, I mean, that's different, but you know me, I'm just the kind of wolf that I would be. I think that my anger would get a hold of me, and because like the kind of wolf he is, like that's the kind of human that I strive to be. But I think if my inner animal came out, I wouldn't be that cool about it,
You couldn't.
I would be.
Would you be able to pull yourself back?
I don't know. See, because I feel like I'd be possessed by the powers. Like, I would have such that power at my fingertips that I'd be wanting to fucking claw people, and like he pretty much channeled all his energy into playing better basketball, whereas I'd be thinking about ripping heads off. Like it's crazy, but it just depends on, I guess, how you channel
Is this the only wolf movie where they're like accepted?
Yeah, I think so. Like,
at least they don't sparkle.
Yeah. Well, and around this time, I mean, you had like movies like Full Moon High, that were similar in tone, but
guess I don't remember it.
Yeah, check that one out. That's a Larry Cohen movie, I believe. He wrote it, but yeah, Full Moon High. That actually came out a few years before this one.
So, who's the biggest take from this movie?
As far as like
the people that worked on it.
Well, Michael J. Fox, definitly.
And the composer guy, you said?
The composer. The writers, I haven't talked about the screenwriters yet, but they were, was that Joseph Loeb and Matthew Wiseman? They went on to work on the script for Commando.
Oh, whoa.
Which was, I think, either the same year as this or maybe the year after. But one of the screenwriters works for Marvel now, I think. And he did a bunch of DC comics, did some Superman shit.
I love comics, but I want to strangle them now.
Yeah, well, as far as that whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, man, they took it a little too far.
Well, I'm just saying all that. Just the Blockbuster got rid of the.
Yeah,
it's all we see now. Big explosions, special effects.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Scorsese on what he said about it. That was we're back on the setup menu, folks. Just to let you know, that was Teen Wolf. And I suppose we can move into our review. One quick thought about the Marvel thing, though.
Yes, give me your thoughts on this Marvel thing.
Well, do you agree with Scorsese in the sense where they kind of like...
Remind me what he said, sir.
Only if you quit doing that fucking voice.
This is my inquisitive voice.
All right.
I don't know how long I can carry on.
It's like a fucking count voice.
Anyways, back to the review.
Well,
Or
no,
what's your thought?
the MCU. Do you feel like that? I feel like it hurt movies. Like maybe not permanently, but
I think it should have stopped. I hope it does just stay at Disney. I think the first round, I'm done with it. I'm ready for something new because
yeah,
that's all you saw, and then or Disney, then Star Wars,
Yeah.
and they screw that up. It's almost like these big special effects movies. It's the blockbuster movies. That's all you see.
franchise films. It's like they know they can keep going.
And those are the only ones that are marketed too. There's tons of movies out there, to be completely honest. They just don't get any marketing.
Yeah, and that's a big problem because, like, back in the day, you had big films, like you had Jaws, you had Star Wars, and I imagine Star Wars is kind of when it first started happening, where they knew they could have these big merchandise deals, with these films, and like that's kind of what, like, nowadays, if Teen Wolf was to come out now as a movie, they would have like this huge marketing campaign behind it, which maybe they did around this time too, but this was clearly not a blockbuster movie. But
I thought earlier you said they wouldn't make this type of movie now.
I don't feel like they would because it's too personal. It's more like a personal human drama where now they'd have him like, leaping across buildings and shit. But,
Personal drama about going through puberty and learning to control your puberty.
yeah, basically. But that was Teen Wolf, and I'm going to just go ahead and just kind of give you a quick review here. I love this movie. I will say that my popcorn kernel rating would probably have to be a 3.5.
Oh,
Yeah. Were you expecting a higher rating, or
no.
are you shocked?
No, I was just doing the voice.
Because 3.5, I can't give it more than that because I feel like the cheese factor is at an all-time high in this movie. And,
You don't think it's meant to be that way, though?
well, I mean, yeah, I think even
Where were the cheese factors? Let me in the
just-
cheese factory.
Just the fact that he's a fucking wolf, but I know with movies like this, you kind of have to suspend your disbelief, but I find the whole premise kind of hokey, but I'm not going to say that really hurts the story because I actually like the story, like, because I relate to it. I don't relate to it as much now as I did when I was younger, but but the whole idea of the puberty thing, like being awkward around the girls, I mean, we can both relate to that, or at least I can. But it was a real, like, I guess, what would you say? Just it's a seminal movie as far as like
Coming of age still.
yeah, as far as like my upbringing, like I related to this dude. I related to Michael J. Fox when he played Marty McFly. It's like he has that like that Ferris Bueller type. I mean, he's not like as charismatic as Ferris Bueller, but he's kind of like the character that you want to be, or at least the character that you feel, he feels relatable. But the writing's pretty good. The music was good. I like that Miles Goodman composer. I didn't know he did as much as he did. The directing, Rod Daniel. I know he did a bunch of TV. I don't know if he went on to do a whole lot after this, but good direction. The cinematographer, actually, I wanted to mention earlier. Not that I saw like any like real cool shots, but nothing that stood out except for maybe like there was that part where he had that kind of like that wide angle on the guy who ran the liquor store. I thought that was pretty decent. But the cinematographer worked with the director Stephen Herrick a lot, who directed Critters, Bill and Ted, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Shot some really cool movies around this time. But
I can see that in this movie. I can see those.
Yeah. Kind of a tasteful cinematographer, but nothing that really.
No, I just call it just your normal. Sad to say, family friendly photography.
Yeah, it's like whatever the shot called for. Mm-hmm. It's like he knew how to get it. He knew how to capture an image, definitely. But yeah, 3.5. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, I really don't know, brother. Let me sit back here and cross my legs.
Think about it, yeah.
Well, first of all, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 3. I think Hearing You First tamed my beast. I was afraid I might give it a 5. But you tamed me and convinced me, yes. It's not a 4. It is a 3. And,
It's actually lower than my rating, too.
well, you said 3.5. I can't give halves. Even though sometimes I do, when I say that, I honestly don't mean it. But
This voice of yours makes me want to shove my dick in your mouth.
anyways, down, boy, down. Watching this as a young lad, I didn't pick up on the puberty.
I didn't either.
I found myself more with the struggle over the bully, you know?
Well, yeah, I can relate to that, too.
But in watching this now, I see the puberty when he was around the women. So it's a very testosterone-driven, enraged wolfie. And he fought.
I'm deleting this one.
He fought to overcome things.
I was thinking about uploading this one to YouTube, but now I'm not sure.
But I can't say anything else about it.
Yeah,
It was just fun.
it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's an innocent movie. Like, I feel like there's really not much you can say on a serious level. Like I said earlier, like the movie's fucking ridiculous. It's just fucking stupid. I can't take it seriously. Like I try to extract theme from it, but it's just like
You did. It was a father-son. And he was telling him,
But that's not like real poignant. Even the director pointed that out, but that is kind of what it is about. Like,
and puberty, it's of the man. He's turning. He's becoming of age.
yeah. And see like maybe they didn't delve into it like they should have, but I like how they did touch on it. But like he kind of mentioned his mom. He was like, I loved your mother very much, and that's kind of like all he said about it. It's like they could have gone deeper, but it took away from the whole wolf story.
I tell you what. Yeah, there wasn't a mother, was there? So he could have shot her.
So
He could have shot his
never
mother.
know. You never
in
know.
the backyard. Oh,
That's actually, what if he did? 'Cause they don't say shit. They don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
they really set that one up.
yeah. But yeah, this is like not a deep movie, but it's very fun for anybody who hasn't seen Teen Wolf. Just get on it. I don't know what you're waiting for. Fucking,
You think there's people that haven't seen it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
No way.
I think I think that surprises us because of how old we are and what generation we're from. But like, yeah, there's a lot of people who, honestly, you probably bring up Teen Wolf and they think immediately the TV show, which was on. I don't even know. Was it on MTV?
Yeah, it was MTV.
Okay, so they probably know about that, but they probably don't even know that it was based on this original film. But it's fucking great. So
it's a good time.
yeah. And if these Scream Factory Blu-rays are still available, I would say go out and get you some, because it makes for a good. Well, I like the first one. The second one I bought just because I just had to have it.
If you have the first one, you gotta have the second one.
Pretty much. I don't like the second one, but it is watchable at least one or two times. But you got any more thoughts on Teen Wolf, sir?
No, fuck it.
Yeah, there's not much to say. It's a fun movie. It's not a horror film, so we're sorry we disappointed you guys, but we're not going to let it happen again. But I had to get this out of my system because I was actually in the mood for a werewolf flick, but and that's my justification for this.
You really screwed me then. There's a lot of werewolf movies.
I screwed our 100 subscribers out there. For anybody who thinks that all we do is horror, that's pretty much all we do. But this is a horror-esque movie, like I said, so sorry if you're disappointed, but still.
If puberty is horror.
Yeah, it can be for young dudes. But yeah, that was Teen Wolf from 1985. And be sure to stab the like button. Sure to rate, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Please do.
Tell me if I need to smoke more.
I would say that, I mean, you do.
I, don't, I might experience that. This was an experience.
Yeah. Hopefully it was a ride.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But
Hopefully they watched it with us.
I hope so.
But anyways,
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
and if they don't watch it and they listen to us, thank you.
This has been Popcorn on the Macabre. And we'll see you guys on the next film.